everything.
Should get some rest. I need to keep sharp.
Come, there are important matters to discuss.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure, we're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpoled Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know, or know of more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like. Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? As would I, and more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move. A religion devoted to conjuring the most evil of goddesses, the dragon Tiamat. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill, the Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind. and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word: go. So I did. I understand. No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to. Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready. An excellent choice, if I say so myself.
A curse lifted. The dead 3 allied once more. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls? No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the 3 amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services. Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold. No. Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one, and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder. Very well.
Ketheric is dead.
Balthazar is dead.
Isabel. Sweet Isabel is no more. But we live. We live at the mercy of the gods. Even I, immortal, have no guarantee of days to come. We must remain vigilant and grateful. I will join your camp tonight. There we will discuss the spirals of time, past and future, and we will make merry in the present, wherein we reside. You certainly will. And you, Sharon, cleric of the Lady of Loss, who is so much more than she appears. You and Dame Aylin have dangerous ground to tread. We will cover some small part of it soon.
Good. Whatever you think you know about me had better be worth it. You've already cost me dearly.
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him. No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel to recover. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand as one or as a pair. I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditation, I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart. I have. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong, not what, who, but all in due course. No, my friend. The only thing I ask of you is to allow me by your side on the road ahead.
Perhaps the Iron Hands could return here in the future. Claim it as an outpost. You helped me escape this hellspit. Then took down the heart of Moonrise, Ketheric himself. Oh, I'm impressed. And I'm not a man easily impressed. I was getting to that. But all right. Thank you. Back in my cell, I didn't tell you everything about who I was, and more importantly, who I represent. I am Wolbrin Bongal, leader of the Iron Hand Gnomes. No doubt you've heard of us.
We are inventors of the highest order, matched, perhaps, but never surpassed by the Gondians at the High House of Wonders. But our forebears were foolish, complicit with Saravok's madness over a century past. And so, we were banished. We still are to this day.
Saravok was a madman and a murderer. He brought Baldur's Gate to the brink of destruction. And we were fool enough to work with him.
I have fought tooth and nail to restore our reputation, particularly against the Gondian detractors who live in glass houses.
I filled appeals, pleaded with the High Artificer himself. They've refused us time and again. Now, however, I will make them listen. Plenty. Find me in the city and help us save Baldur's Gate from itself. We'll be heading for Baldur's Gate soon.
Always room for more.
It's all coming together. I can hardly believe it. The Absolute has delayed my plans, but only that. Nothing changes.
What's inside?
It's finally time for the Iron Hand Gnomes to come.
of the wrist.
this lock to yield. Have to keep pushing. Better take a look. Might be useful.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Breathe deep and move. Open up.
It's all coming together. I can hardly believe it.
Here we go.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers, too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together,
We will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
The way to Baldur's Gate lies to the west of town. Come, the city beckons.
Maybe it'll bring us closer.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the Absolute. How? I'd never have protected a Banite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him. He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
The shadows are lifted. Finally, we can breathe free.
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful.
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit.
I kept him safe and he paid me well. Well enough to move into a better neighborhood and put something away for the...
I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. You wanted something? Thank you. I think any attempts at comforting me... I'm sorry. It might be...
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
I never saw myself as a I was always more of a lurker-in, historically. The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Why? I hadn't really decided on the specifics. Obviously... What? I've obviously thought about it. If I was the one who completed the ritual, I'd have such power. And I could walk in the sun without fear. I don't relish it, but my siblings lured thousands of... Of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible, but it's certainly...
The curse is broken and the shadows are...
I would not linger in this land over long, but whatever your business...
If Bowman says I'll be all right, I wish it was different. I wish Mum and Pops was here. I hope so.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shah's...
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others, someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed. Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere. Something sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selûnite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed.
The spear. How do you have it? I threw it into the Shadowfell.
Shar is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shar torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last. There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come, feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One. Listen to the subtle vibrations of the Moon Maiden thumping within your heart chambers, friend. She works her magic there. I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the Chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low. Pray, ask, and I will tell. Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb. Why, she already has. She has brought her... So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder. Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by when she died. Curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain, he turned to wretched Shar, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And he and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and...
You did it. Ketheric Thorm is no more. The shadow, I would agree. Nature moves at its own pace, and bestows its...
I've been lied to. My whole life. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. Indeed. But the truth may yet prove painful. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Poor Shadowheart.
No room in your party. What should I do?
Excellent.
So, and here I was, worried I'd be the only one with a difficult family reunion waiting in the city.
At least Shadowheart is armed with the truth now.
I'd be delighted. Though, someone else will need to watch the cook pot, of course.
Back in the...
Attention!
ever.
I'd love to, thanks.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Seek and you shall find me. Let's get going. Very well. Which way to the nearest light?
Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mystra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light. The Elder Brain. But, more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it, Netherese magic. So pure, so... Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a... I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but... No matter. That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all... Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere... Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. I mean, Netherese texts are hardly commonplace. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water...
Moving ahead.
It's all coming together. I can hardly believe it.
Strange things are happening.
We'll be heading for Baldur's Gate. It's finally time for the Iron Mountain gnomes to come home.
First in my heart.
I swear, I can already...
Here goes nothing.
Your courage, Gale.
Thank you. Any particular reason?
Between the orb and the bug, you've got more than your fair share of unwelcome passengers.
What can I say? Mother always taught me to be a gracious host.
What's inside?
The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road.
The masons here thought they were building something to last. How wrong they were.
Perhaps it's a blessing that none of them survived to see it fall to the shadow. Then some masons were more blessed still, if they could put their talents to use elsewhere. Perhaps some of their work even graces Baldur's Gate.
A couple turns should do.
What's the story?
Can't give up now. One day I'll catch a break.
I speak, they burn.
I'm heating up. Aye, aye.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Some healing for a wizard in need.
Say bye-bye. Go time.
Worth a try. Keeping pace.
Lovely little pick-me-up.
Never wanted the easy part.
You're an impressive fighter, Gale. You should consider a new name.
I take it you have some suggestions?
The Wizard Wonder. Or how about the Master of the Weave?
Tempting. But I think we might already have the maximum number of theatrical titles.
Open up. curse to put my hands on everything.
Sharp as ever.
These boots have seen everything. Something good here, I hope. That might be worth a look. Seems simple enough. Bet that will fit in my pack.
Strange. The dust on the leftmost door has been wiped clean.
Strike you down.
This is my time.
Keep going.